environment, the PC, and so forth for all the installation requirement. Based on the server installation requirements here, I believe that most of you have the minimum requirement on standard environment. Looking at, because like as you know, Sage 100 Evolution is not a web, it's a client. So every machine we have to install. So it's a multi-user environment we have to install on the server and set up the network and security sharing from client back to the workstation or server. The server can be 100 Windows 10 professional. You can see that there is requirement professional edition. You will require a more effort when you come to the server environment for the installation. Then you put the agreement that the storage advice what is the minimum is recommended. It's not the minimum, so to protect ourselves when we do the installation is sufficient. Business study and consulting advisory are the tasks that you explain to your customer that what you gathered, what kind of information, concern on the functional, what customer have, the purpose or the milestones, the feature, how to match, how to be used on the Sage Evolution. So on business studies, activity and consulting, that you might look into that, we need to understand for the implementation team, whether the customer is purchased new or upgrade for existing Sage UBS or upgrading for Sage 50. Because on the new, it will be different characteristic on your business study requirement, and Sage UBS, Sage 50 will differ because at least you need to understand your existing software, what functionality, what they use, and what the expectation when they move on to Sage 100 Evolution. So against all these modules, all the functionality here on the business study and consulting you have to do. And for most of us who attend the training and know the Sage 100 Evolution, there's a couple watch list you need to precautions when we roll out Sage 100 Evolution. We have to upfront let customers find the workaround. That's what we take some business study and a consulting advisor role, as we know that there is no actually deliver management module on Sage 100 Evolution. If there's no, the behavior of the system, the stock will deduct when sales invoice is executed. So the stock only deduct when sales invoice is generated. And we have to allow the customer know that is the business study time that yes, the system is at this way only deduct. And what you do currently, are you okay with that? Then find a workaround. Like Bruno have shared that if the customer insists on the DO, but they find the stock is deducted upon sales invoice, then the customization will take place. Like probably will take the PAX leaf to change to the DO delivery order document. That is part of the business study activity. Then the next thing, business activity study, like on the costing method. The customer might be use other costing method in various software from UBS or Sage 50. And here is with the average. So we have to, and the 600 version is only used with the average at this point of time. Of course, the enhancement come according to Sage. But when we implement this, when we have to advise the customer is run on with the average. What is your current environment? If not match, then we have to, based on this business study environment to match, come to agreement that although it uses services average on costing, what kind of report we can come up on the implementation to let the customer see the costing method they want to play around, probably by report or go through some business intelligence report and so forth. So the next thing, once you have all the installation, business study, then you know what's the requirement, what is needed. It will be stated over here. What you recover and what's work around will be done. then you can start from setting and configuration the system. So you can start do all the configuration to the system or the defaults for requirement for all module, make sure everything in place, the financial periods, the security, and so forth. On this example, it might be assist on the data migrations because there is a tool regarding data migrations. If we are assisting Sage customer, we use the Sage 100 Evo migration tools created by Sage Software to provide what data will be migrated. Over here, you can state that probably a customer require only the master data. On the master data with opening balance or the full transaction, whatever they have in the previous software to migrate to 600 Evolution. Then we'll go about on the software training. When we have the data, you can duplicate a set of the data and perform a software training based on the customer business scenario and the activity, the step it can be done. So some customers have normal training. I just have a sales order, then I have the invoice with a customized PO document and receive the payment. But some customers, they have it, it's not straightforward. They have to do, they might be involved in export, they might involve in logistics. So there is different flow and the steps required during the software feature on your training. So normally the software training to my standpoint and implementation, you won't much be standard.
Palagin mo sa RBC.
Dilation, you will be a la carte met everything is fair on the first GST file.
First GST filing review. Filing o filing?
Filing.
Double L kasi, di ba?
So
pwede naman ako.
Call and wait because of Santokan.
Hindi pa napasilip ni Alice. Hindi pa niya napatingin. Ay, hindi lang ba yung na-stage siya?
Bumitaw ka, Len?
Hindi naman ba?
Oo nga.